Alright, so I just put the headset on. And as soon as you put the headset on, you can pull up a menu and start doing stuff, but it will start loading your home, which is just a customizable kind of house/game launcher/communications platform eventually. Like, you're going to be able to invite people and kind of do parties in here. Try to restaurants to see home details and invite friends over. I don't want a tutorial. Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyway, you get these things from just playing. And in this interface, moving around is entirely teleport. I know that you don't like teleport. I don't like teleport either. But Oculus has deigned that we cannot use sticks because it will make us too sick in the home experience, which I think is very garbage. I think that it's stupid that they did it that way. But whatever, it happens. It's still very cool. So this, you can decorate things however you want. Probably the easiest way to show that, I mean, like, I can grab anything and just start moving it around, rotating it. I have kind of godlike powers where I can move things outside my grasp, but you can also manipulate things as you'd expect too. Like, you can grab like a ping pong thing here, and got some kind of ping pong here. I'll use my force powers for that. Oops, didn't mean to grab the whole table. And we'll just float up there. I don't care. Die table. Yeah, so, oops. So right now I don't have my safety walls on, so I'm going to turn those on because probably shouldn't be screwing around. Settings. Normally you don't see these in the videos because they're turned off for videos, but I'm showing the interface here. So we're going to turn on my boundaries so you're going to actually see. So this is my room space that I have. And if I put my hands near it, you get these grid to let me know that I'm not going to kill myself. Where did that ping pong ball end up that's making all that racket? Or is it something else? Whatever. I got this cool bow. Whoops. So this is, I'm just grabbing this with grip, so I'm going to explain the controls here. So if I'm not pointing, and what I mean by that is literally if my finger is off the button, like if I just rest on the button, it actually detects it. It has near sensors. Same with the thumb. The thumb position is, it knows when my thumb is up or down. And if I just point, I can grab anything, or if I'm just close, I can just use the grip button, which is on my middle finger, and that'll just grip things. The grip button is an incredibly soft button, very easy to hold. It's designed to like just grab an item and just hold it, so like you're holding a sword or holding a weapon. Some games just have your arms attached to weapons permanently, and some you manipulate like you would in real life. I should check to see if my volume is okay. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, so I got this cool laser bow that I can't seem to hit the damn thing with. There we go. I got this like more traditional bow. Oops. Problem is the teleport button is the same as the grab button. Alright, so teleporting is just I point the stick and then like I can rotate the stick to change my final facing. And so when I grab things, I just use the grip at a distance, and then I can use the stick to manipulate it. So I can like rotate it around or change its orientation. Or if you pull it all the way back, it just goes in your hand like normal. Oops. Anyway, this is my little war table. This is a little unlockable thing that was kind of cool. I don't know. Oops, too strong. Just a little. Yeah. Ah. So, something about VR that I tell everyone before they actually get their headsets, but doesn't actually help them at all, but I'm still going to tell you because it's entertaining to me. This table, so like, I know this table isn't real. I can clearly see that this table is not actually made of wood, that this is a texture map. You can tell the resolution, it's not exactly a real thing. But it doesn't stop the fact that this table feels like I would bump into it. It feels like a physical object. It's just like a table in my room, as opposed to anything else. Hopefully you're not being too distracted by the bars on the video. They seem really obvious on video, and you almost don't even see them when you're in VR, which is actually a problem sometimes because you don't want to go through your walls. But like, the reason you don't see them is because you've got depth. Like, you can see through them very easily, so they might be more distracting in the video, so my apologies for that. I'll turn them off for games that have their own play spaces that don't move very much. Probably move my table back to kind of where it was at. I can show you how much variety there is in the areas by kind of going to another person's area. Where's my menu? Did they get rid of the menu? Oh, it's here. Okay. It's like if I'm just going to pick another person's spot. Mazel tov. This is Echo Face Repair Shop's place. He's got it kind of more foresty environment in the outside. You can see that the basic layout is the same, although he has cool Corinthian columns here. Did he add one there? Is that like that's custom? Nice little display case. Has his game library over here. I didn't show you this stuff, but like I'm sure he has Echo Arena, right? There it is, Echo VR. Now I can't play games if I don't already own them, but this is one of the ways you can launch into games is just by using a virtual console. So I'm currently downloading stuff. I'll show you that here. Oculus desktop. So like if I, hopefully this will actually work. Please work. It worked, yay. Control, Command, left. There we go. So we've got Pavlov downloading. I told you I would show it to you, and I will, but I'm still downloading it, so that might affect online performance, so I may not show this game right this second. Sound is also queued, same deal. But I may just actually try it because I'm going to just show the lobby first, and hopefully that'll be fine. So I've got this virtual keyboard. It's just the Windows built-in input manager, but I can pull it up, and I can even kind of like move it around and put it in different positions. You can use either the pointing, or you can actually click through to type stuff. So like if I wanted to search for something, I could just be like, hello, and it says hello up there. So also you'll see that I have both, it's rendering both the game scene and the menu scene stuff. So like my menu hands are here superimposed on the game hands. These menu hands are standard menu hands, but the game hands are some of the best hands in the business, and I'll show you that in a second. What are we doing? I was just showing any interface. So I'm going to hit play, and then I'm going to stop talking for a moment so I can mute myself, so that other people don't get bothered by us, especially if we're having a bad connection and might have trouble communicating. So, as I said, I'm burning my internet downloading right now.
Echo is now muted.
Oops, that's not...
Echo is no longer muted. You are now self-muted. Lobby is now muted.
Alright. So, actually I shouldn't have muted the lobby, because they might have interesting things that they're saying, but I definitely want to mute myself.
Lobby is now muted.
You'll see that so that interface was on my arm, kind of like an iPad. It has this slide to unlock. I literally take my finger. So again, the finger tracking, if I point, I get a little bit more of a pointer finger, although it doesn't matter. As long as you put the finger in position and just slide it over, it creates this iPad. And this iPad, I can just like manipulate like an iPad, you know, just grab it and do things with it, and just put my finger through it to drag or click to select and find out information. It says I muted the lobby again. Damn it. I thought I unmuted the lobby. Does mute lobby just only mute and not unmute? Why is this to me? It's acting up a little bit, probably because I was moving. Yeah, that was it. No, I want to unmute everyone.
Lobby is now muted. Lobby is now muted. Lobby is no longer muted.
Okay, maybe that worked. Yeah, they look unmuted. Anyway, I'll interact with some of them in a moment because it's actually pretty entertaining. But you wanted to see the combat stuff, so I'm going to show you the combat area here for a moment. So I'm in my non-combat uniform right now, so I'm going to switch that over, and I'm going to explain the controls after that. So here we are in Echo Arena, and the way the controls work in this game is it's 0G. So if you start moving a direction, you keep moving that direction. And there's two ways you can start moving in a direction. You can either grab onto an object, any object, just grab it with your hands, and push yourself off while releasing. That's one way. And the other way is you can use wrist thrusters, which allow you to zoom around. And to do wrist thrusters, I'm just using my thumbs here on buttons. There's the B and Y buttons are being used. One is on the right hand, one's on the left hand. Using both in concert makes them go faster. I also have on my left stick, if I click it in, it will move me forward. And left stick would also maneuver my orientation if I had that stuff turned on. I'll show you that in a second. And right stick is similar thing as orientation, although I do have that turned on for rotating left and right, which is nice so that I can turn around, use my play space a little bit easier. Actually, I'm going to turn on... I'm not going to turn on because I don't care right now. So, I'm on Echo Combat mode, so if I go into the combat practice area, you'll see my gun come out of my hand. And now the trigger, I don't have to actually hold grip, but I feel cooler with my hand gripped. The trigger will shoot. Additionally, I can use the grip. Again, the grip is on the middle finger. It just feels like my hands though. Your lower two fingers are gripping the controller. That's what holds the controller in place. Your middle finger is what makes your hand work, and then your index finger is what's on your trigger button, and your thumb has access to thumb and stick buttons. So, where was I going with that? So, on my thumb buttons, I've got the thing, I've got my stick, I've got my thrusters, but grip is where I primarily interface with the game. And grip is also used for other things, like you saw, I could use grip to manipulate my display, but I can also use grip to, pull a grenade out of the back of my shoulder, or put it back if I want to. So you can just pull a grenade out and throw it, and then detonate it. Boom. Shooting's pretty bog standard for VR, which is to say it's excellent, because you can just move your hand and aim however you want. Of course, it means if you have shaky hands, which was not a problem in previous games, you're going to have some trouble here. These robots, for some reason, I can't actually grab to manipulate. They should change that. Because you can grab the players. So, if I go to this person over here, I can just be grab onto them, and push off of them like that. But yeah. Here, I'm going to unmute myself and talk to this guy for a second.
You are no longer muted.
Hey, Althek, is this your first time in? Welcome. How's it going? You can talk, by the way. You have a microphone. Okay, I think my mic's breaking up, so I can't really talk to people. I'm sorry.
You are now self-muted.
That's normally not a problem. That is a artifact due to me downloading a whole bunch of crap right now for Pavlov and stuff. So anyway, so this is all I can show right now for this game, but the primary thing is the movement is very intuitive. It's very free. I can push myself in any direction that I want, and I can change directions very easily. I have the ability to change directions in air. Oh yeah, there's also a brake on the right. You click the stick in, and that'll cause you to brake in place. So you have a lot of freedom of movement in this game, and you can do pull-ups and stuff, or you can. And the actual combat in the arena, the game, Echo Arena, not the combat one, but Echo Arena is a sports game where you have to put a disc in a goal. So these guys are practicing right now. Sorry you can't hear them very well. But at least you can see, even under heavy download, it still feels like people are playing the game. Anyway, let's show something else. What else do I got that I could show? Let's pull up the main launcher. Where is my launcher interface? Did I move it or something? What happened? Oh, there it is. I guess it disappears when I put the keyboard out. What we got going on? Let's do some VTOL. That doesn't require any network. So VTOL is a seated game, so I'm going to be grabbing my chair while we talk. I'm just looking through the very small gap under my nose to do that without killing myself. The nose gap can be advantageous. That's the main thing I'm mentioning there. Some people do complain about it, though. If you don't like it, you can get other face masks that eliminate it completely. So this is right here is actually the Steam VR interface. You can see my controllers for a moment because they render controls just to have hands. But yeah, so you can see my grip buttons. Those are the ones on my middle finger, and you can see my sticks, although they don't move when I move them for some reason, but like the buttons do. But yeah, this is kind of a loading screen for Steam stuff. And actually, this game I don't need my Guardian system on because I'm seated. So I'm going to just turn that off while it's loading here. Is this thing gonna come on? Something going on here. I'll check my desktop real quick. It wasn't focused, so that might have been part of the problem. Let's see. Or maybe it's just gonna crash on me. I don't know. Oh, there we go. All right, let's Alt-Enter so that we get full screen. Not that you can see that screen right now, but I'm going to superimpose. Actually, that's something else I'm going to do. First, I'm going to start game because that screen's really loud. I might lower my output a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to just really quickly pull my keyboard back out and control Windows right. I've got multiple desktops set up here. This is what control Windows right does. And I just want to add the second display capture here. So I can actually do kind of two angles. I'm going to set that up real quick. It's not Alt. Windows left. There we go. Alright. So select pilot. I'm going to go ahead and just go with me. Oh, wait, yeah, I wanted to go options real quick. Settings. I don't want the multi-display mode on. Apply. Alright, so this game, the menus are just done with hands. I've got kind of cheaper, rubbery hands. When I use grip, they don't actually grip. They do animate in the game, though, and they actually are not bad hands. And actually, they have arms, too, once we're in game. I'll show you. We're just going to do a quick flight, and just do target practice, I think. That'll probably do things well. Looks like a good enough loadout. Like morning. Let's launch. So I've got my reset here. I'm going to reset my seat a couple times. This is just on the back of my hand. It doesn't show up on the back of your hand in games so you don't accidentally recenter. Most of the time, you don't have to worry about tracking going bad. But there is a way to recenter in the game. I'll show you. Oh, okay. Well, mission starts differently than I thought it did. Okay, so we're not starting from the ground. Alright, well, that makes it look a little bit more accessible than it actually is. So
autopilot off.
I've got this virtual stick here. I can just grab it by using the grip. This game is designed both for Vive and for Oculus, so in this game, if you just tap it, it will also just hold grip, so if you don't want to hold the grip down, which is mainly for the Vive people, because the grip button on the Vive is real hard to squeeze, and really hard to hold for an extended period of time. I'm not dissing the Vive, by the way. It's actually a great system. Vive and Oculus are the two proper systems. Look, I've got shadows. It's so cool. Oh yeah, let's get that other camera actually doing something. So instead of just showing the same thing, we're going to make it show... me in the cockpit. Is that working? Yes, that's working. Cool. So, yay, here's me in the cockpit. In the corner there. Oops. Let's turn on my TGP. So, like, all this is just operated with hands, and it's pretty cool stuff. Like, I can turn this into my sensor of interest, and now my stick on my thumb will slew my camera. I can also put it on, like, head-mounted, which doesn't look very cool in pictures. But if I put on my helmet, I can now, like, zoom in on stuff in a head augmented reality view of the world. Turn that off again. Actually, this camera, if I like slew it up and to the right, you can actually see the camera's actually mounted underneath my wing, and so you can actually see. I'm gonna just fucking lose my canopy. Who cares? Where's my canopy? Die, canopy! You don't belong in this world. All right, so that's really loud. Probably a poor decision, but now if you look at this camera over here, there's my hand. See? Let me get my head out. Come on. Come on, see there, there's the camera. Smile for the camera. And since my canopy is now gone, I just don't want to live anymore. Alright. How are we on that download? Oh wait, actually, this was the right window. I just wanted to get my menu up so that I can go to Steam. Alright. How's our download going? Pavlov. 7 minutes remaining. Jeez, that's a long time. Should I break or should I... I'll just show you some other stuff while this is going. Oh, this is cool. So you mentioned stuff that's not games and stuff, so how about I show you Medium real quick? So I'm still seated right now, just in the middle of my living room. Because this game you can play however you want to play it, of course. So this one is hands holding controllers, and these are actually the default Oculus hands. And this is an Oculus only app, although you can use it using Revive, of course. And this is just a modeling app where you just draw stuff and you can just manipulate it and resize it at will and make stuff. So like, I don't know, like if I wanted to make like a rubber ducky or something, I could first off make my life a little bit easier by making it so that things are mirrored. And let's make a kind of a duck body and start with a duck head. Kind of a butt head duck, but that's okay. I don't like how big that was. Make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And let's, I don't know, let's move front out a little bit, kind of make a bill. I'm not an artist, by the way, so my apologies if this looks like crap when we're done. But the point of it is that even as not an artist, there's a lot you can do when it's just your hands working with tools, because everyone's used to using their hands, right? I need to change the properties on this brush. Hold on. I need the inner size to be much bigger. There we go. Oh, that was the outer size. Dang it. And radius. Alright, so now I can probably... This button is not analog for some reason, and I have no idea why they think that's okay. God, it has like a little face on it. Oh, that's terrifying. I didn't mean to make that at all. Okay, maybe I'm probably better with the clay tools. Let's just delete and maybe just make this smaller and just kind of, whoops, not delete. I'll do that, I don't know. Maybe we'll use the smooth tool. Smooth out some of the ugliness. Let's give him a bit of a neck. and some sort of duck butt, I don't know. Some crappy chicken legs. And it looks like he really needs to pee. And, I don't know, rubber ducks are supposed to be yellow, right? I don't like that yellow at all. I think it's more pure. Wow, that's like pure yellow. Looks like the ugliest pure yeah, oh, that's a little bit better. The green really was killing it. And I don't know, let's make it white. Get some detail going, so I'll just make it really big. Like this thing is like now, so if I'm standing up now, I'm walking, and it is now this object that is gigantic. Like it is, it's huge. Like how many feet tall? Actually, I probably know this in meters better now, which is good for you because you're European or something, right? Which is cool. So it is about 1, 2, 3, 4 meters tall. 5 meters tall, somewhere in that range. And yet I can just do this, and now it is in my hands. You know, it's the size of my hand. Just throw it right in there. And you can do that to get the detail that you want when painting and modeling. People are always like, the tools aren't accurate enough to do painting and modeling work, and that's not true. The tools don't need to be any more accurate to make great modeling tools. We're just not at the point where anyone's made any great modeling tools yet. And I'm not saying this isn't a great program, it's just, it's decidedly amateur for making like detailed low poly models. This is great if you want to just make some cool clay-like sculptures, and actually if you were making a game, you could totally make a game with these art styles. You'd run into poly limits, but admittedly the modern poly limits are very high, so you could definitely use these tools. It's just there will be there will basically be 3ds Max in VR, but with these type of inputs, and it'll just be absolutely amazing. Anyway, I guess I'll just save him. No. Trying not to look, just in case I have weird stuff in there. Drawn my share of stuff. Alright, there we go. Cool. Exit medium. I'm sure it has not been 7 minutes. Oh, it did that crash again. Great. Let's kill medium. Oh wait, no, I didn't do the crash. Good. Oh, and I just realized that we were covering over the screen with that extra video layer. Let me turn that off now. Oop. Sorry about that. Very boring just to have a desktop in the background like that. It's almost done. I'm gonna hit play. How long does it say? 1 minute 42 seconds. Cool. Oh yeah, so something else kind of cool is in my home area, you can actually install screens, and like this is an arcade screen here, and like I can actually wait, broadcast. Okay. Oh, it actually shows to other people that show up in my room too. I didn't realize that. That's cool. But yeah, so you can do like broadcast from Oculus desktop. And now this shows my, and actually it's cool because it still has like the reflectiveness of the screen and stuff, but it's showing my video in there. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit cancel because that killed it. I do that a lot. Uh-oh, I broke the menu. What did I do? There we go. It's desktop, broadcast. There we go. So, yeah, it just looks like an arcade machine, even with the reflections and stuff. It's really hard to describe how real everything feels, even when it's quite unreal. Even games like, even highly abstract games like Super Hot, it's very clear where the objects are and what they are, and it's also very clear that you shouldn't move through them, even though you probably can. 12 seconds. This is going to launch soon. Yay, I'm excited. Let's just Last 12 seconds. What can I do? I haven't used these lasers yet. God, these things don't aim down the barrel very well at all. Now the issue is preventing audio broadcast. Acknowledge. Well, hopefully the broadcast settings, quote unquote, aren't going to cause me any troubles. How do I turn off the broadcasting? Okay, well, whatever. I'm going to hit play game. And now I'm going to put this tripping hazard that is my chair outside of the middle of my play space, which, again, don't have a camera on me, so you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm just hiding it in the corner here. And I'm going to turn my safeties back on, because this is kind of a game where that matters sometimes. So this is a game where you move by the stick. So the left stick moves me. Important consideration is the stick actually moves relative to the way the stick is pointed based on your hand orientation. So if I push forward and I turn my hand, it moves with my hand. This is my preferred way to move, and the way most games handle stick movement. The reason they do it this way, as opposed to making it so that this is always forward, even though if I move my hand, is it means that I can move independently of where I look. And it also means that I don't have to have a set forward direction. Like I can look here and it's forward. I can look here and it's forward. If you have a set forward direction, you feel like a tank. You have to return to this center position. So they do it based on the hand instead. You could also do it based on the head. That solves the rotation problem. But it doesn't solve the fact that, like, if you want to look left while shooting while going this direction, it makes it really hard because you have to change your thumb position to do so. You can do it. It just makes it harder. So I like the moving based on where your hand is pointed. Now I can still strafe, and again, it's relative of where my head is pointed. So I'm holding left, and I will circle strafe if I, like, rotate my hand. So this game has guns. You grab them with grip. You drop them by releasing grip. You take the magazine and put it in. Pull the charging handle with your... You don't use grip for that, you use your index finger on that one. So that way they make it so that you don't accidentally pull the charging handle, and so that you can freely grip with the left hand. When you grip with both hands, the object rotates with both hands. It also generally enhances stability, so like if I fire with one hand, you get a lot of recoil. The gun's actually pulling up even though my hand is not pulling up. My hand moves back, but in real life my hand's not pulling back. But this is how recoil is handled in VR. So, if I hold it, much more stable. Just like real life. You can reload early, and if you do so, you still get one in the chamber, and if you switch magazines, that means you don't have to pull the charging handle. Of course, if you drop a magazine, shoot the bullet, put another thing in, it won't fire until you pull the charging handle. So, that gun works. Same deal, handguns. Oh wait, doesn't have a... Oh. So in the real game, you can actually pull ammo for any weapon out of your pack, but for some reason they don't show that in the demo area here. I don't have a clip for this, so I guess I can't really show how it operates very well. Grenades, pull the pin, click your thing to prime it, throw. This is the bomb. This game is basically like Counter-Strike. You arm it by pressing the numbers that show up here. If you press the wrong button, it resets. And then you find a place to put it and arm it. This is a fun one. So, just like real life, except for much lighter, of course. Just pull up this thingy. No, wait. Pull up that thingy. Then grab this thingy. Then pull this over that. Oh, come on. This one's a little bit trickier. Close it. Charge it. I don't know, why isn't that animating the chain? Oh well. Alright. Games are in this menu thing here. I'm just going to play offline against bots. The bots are terrible, so don't judge the game based on how terrible the bots are. I guess I could do no bots and just move around, but yeah, let's just put some easy bots in. Maybe I should put them harder. Maybe they would be less retarded. So I haven't spawned in yet, I guess. Probably at 10 seconds, maybe that'll happen. Or does this mode not actually work with bots? Oh, there we go. Alright, here's my bot team, Bot John and everyone. Cool. I have the bomb, sweet. So, I've got a buy menu on the, I click my right stick and that comes up, and then I can use my arrow, my pointer stick to actually choose. I'm just going to choose a nice, whoops, handgun. And again, whoops. Wait, where's the ammo now? Oh, it's on the, that's the problem. I have to use a different button than I was expecting. Games change, you know. Why can't I pull the slide on this? Oh. This gun sucks. Alright. Can't kill yourself. Well, actually, you can with the grenades, but... I'm gonna run. Maybe the bots won't kill me, because they're really terrible. Alright. 2, 7, 7, 9. Boop. I have no weapons, so I'm just waiting to die here. Oh, my teammate's here. Never mind, I'm waiting to win here. I guess the AI's a little bit better than it used to be. There's the dudes. Yeah, so this is a pretty fun gun game. You move around the stick, you aim with your arms and your head, and you have a good time, you know? Draw smiley faces in walls. Oops, that was a terrible smiley face. Also a terrible smiley face. Alright, that was worth a lot of downloading, I guess. Where are we going now? Can I quit Pavlov? Just quit it. Where's my quit menu? There it is. Alright, what was the other thing we were looking at? Standout. How long is that? Oh, did it stop downloading? I thought I had it turned on to auto. Well, Standout is another game. It's similar gunplay, but it's actually it's like that Battle Royale format that everyone likes these days. So if you like Battle Royale games, Standout's pretty cool. The thing that I wanted to show you on that was climbing, but since we're not going to show that, I'm going to go ahead and show a different game. Let's do, what do we got? Installed. To the top is good. Let's do some to the top. I'll just play with this while it's launching. Whee! Moving my hands like a wizard, moving circles. I know it looks really lame in the video, but it actually feels really good when you're doing it in real life. Alright, so these hands are really crappy, but at least they're pointing in the right direction now. In the old days, they weren't. So let's do wall run as a starter. I think that's a good starter. So in this game, you grab your level and you pull it out around you. And you enjoy the, like, new wave retro shit, if you're into that, which I am. So this game, you don't move at all. You don't have any stick control whatsoever. No, there's a button to reset you. I was going to say there's no button control, but the button definitely did something. And you can just grab things that are blue. Not that thing, but like these things. and you just click and hold, and you've got a much larger range than you have in the real world. Like your hands, like that's 2 meters, I guess. And if you do it in rapid sequence, you can jump between things by touching off with both hands. And as you jump off of things, you gain velocity. This game, you actually control your jump direction with your face direction, which I'm not a huge fan of. But it does work, and it actually is a really fun game. You can also, like, kind of hand-over-hand things. There's no real need to. Well, there's some sequences that kind of require you to, but... It feels cool to hang from things in VR. There's a lot of experiences in VR that are going to just be so pedestrian in the future. People are going to be like, yeah, well, it's just like a baby's toy. And yet, like, it's just so exhilarating right now, knowing where we came from to get here. So I turned myself physically in the room to turn around there, because there is no rotation in this game separate of that. Almost missed that. There we go. Yeah, this game's, you know, not the greatest art-wise, but it's a very competent and fun game. It shows off a different type of movement. It's actually pretty common, like, because we have hands, people ask, what can we do with hands? So, wait, isn't there a way to go underneath here? Yeah, there is. I'll show you that real quick. There we go. By the way, if you were afraid of heights, you're gonna have trouble with these games, because this is a long freaking way down. And I just don't care. Because I know it can't hurt me. Because I am not afraid of heights, but I am definitely afraid of falling. Like, in real life. So, quit that. You know, that's probably enough meandering VR stuff for what you needed to see. So I'm going to just check my library just in case to see if there's anything else. This is cool, it's giant robots, but not exactly what you were asking about. Minecraft is actually really incredible in VR, but if I make a video of it, it basically looks like a Minecraft, but you do have hands, and you can actually even manually mine if you hate yourself. Oh, table tennis. I'm just going to show you this. It's not a shooter, but like I like it because it loads fast and it's kind of interesting. This is another one where I could put on the separate view, I think, but I'm not going to bother to do that for table tennis. So in this game, you permanently have a paddle. I don't have to hold any buttons to have a paddle. And you permanently have a left hand that looks like a controller so that you can see all the buttons. And so you can just like click here and serve a ball. And it's just like immediately you're playing against a computer opponent. Just no problems whatsoever. And it is just like ping pong. It's so much like ping pong, in fact, that I've very dramatically improved my ping pong game because I now have a table to practice this one. It's one of those games that feels just right. Oh, but I'm not great at ping pong. But you should have seen me before. I was terrible at ping pong before. And now I have some pretty good hand-eye coordination for it, and the feeling is like so similar it's hard to describe. It even vibrates a little when it hits the pad, almost exactly the way you'd expect it to feel. Even though it is just a simple vibration. But I mean, like, real life is just simple vibrations too, right? And while you're doing this, it actually is automatically putting you in for matchmaking. It might be disqualifying me for matchmaking if my internet sucks, but we might even get like invited to a game on this. Oh yeah, you saw how many people were in Echo VR, so there's definitely a community there. I should have probably shown that off better, but you know, actually, I'm going to show that off. I'm going to stop that download, and I'm going to show you Echo VR for real now, and then we're going to end our little video. Echo VR is, oh yeah. Oh wait, yeah, we want to cancel the download first. Downloads. Pause. How do I stop a download? Pause. There you go. Now I will launch VR. This is my favorite, mostly just because I feel so free to move and to manipulate myself through the world. I don't mind moving around with the stick, and that's actually the reason I went Oculus, is because it has sticks. Like, I don't want to move around on a touchpad. But it is nice when a game has it where all the movement is handled by hands. Eventually we'll have legs, and you'll just be moving around in that, and people will be losing weight. Like, I've lost 30 pounds from this game, so... Hello, everyone!
Finding match.
Oh, frame rate. There we go. Hey guys, how's it going? These guys are doing punch block practice in here. Ah, they got me. You can hit people if you punch them in the face. Oh, which I just got punched in the face.
Joining match.
Oh, I'm joining match. Hey everyone, engaged sloth and cheeky hamster. We've got a sloth and a hamster on the team.
Hello.
Good to have you here. Oh god, my ping. Oh, okay, it's going down. All right. It was just the just joined jitters, I guess. Hopefully. Come on, go down further. Oh well. So how are you two doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Oh, it went down. It's getting there. 123.
Round starting in 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The round has begun.
Oh, hi.
Thank you, hamster.
Blue team takes possession.
You got time.
I got
They're on you now, though. Okay.
Clears it out of their zone.
Ah, I hit my
Interception.
head. If you guys go forward, I can actually throw to this. Damn.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying not to do that. I was specifically trying not to do that. Sloth. Beautiful work.
I'm sorry.
Way to get that stun off.
We were sitting in the goalie doing nothing.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Either play or leave. Come on.
Look at blue.
Round starting in 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams entering the arena. Orange clears it out. Interception.
Nice, dude, man.
Okay. Went right through my hand.
Oh, no.
That was such a good pass. I don't know how I didn't get that high.
Good hit, Kanoki.
You freaking got me.
Blue gets their hands on it.
One. Oh, good work.
Blue clears it out of their zone.
coming up behind you, Jack. They're right on you.
Shoot on the horn, come on.
Got one of the one on.
My shield.
One behind you, Jack.
No!
What?
Thank you, teammate, for screwing up your teammate's score there.
I was about to score.
Yeah, you were, but then one of your friends grabbed the disc, and then I grabbed it from them.
Great pickup by Orange. Get that out of here.
Oh, that was a costly miss. Did that just go through the hand? Was that like the game actually screwing you, or was that just grip wasn't on?
Oh, hey.
Whoever missed that like grab, it just felt like that. Was that just a screwed up hit, or
14, 12,
I don't know.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're underway. Orange clears
In this
it
game,
out
when
of
I
their
squeeze
zone.
my index finger, that's how you hit people.
Blue team takes
You can't
possession.
grab while you're doing that. Also, you can block with your hands near your face. I'm talking to them because it has, you know, directional audio, so they'll just not notice me talking to myself.
Talk to my teammate, yo.
Not
Run
today.
ahead, you guys, man.
Not tomorrow.
There's two more now, too, actually.
I just have to go for the mouse. Punches. That was a good slap, though.
Good work, Blue. That was scary. Alright.
Get off me.
Come now.
Orange picks up the disc.
That's his contribution.
Tried, I tried. Didn't get the second block.
That was an impossible situation.
Yeah, it was tough. That was a tough one.
Round starting in 15,
One more kill in the last.
12,
You know,
11, 10,
he's just going around punching people.
7,
Well, I mean, that's better than not doing anything.
Yeah, he's the 50 on their team.
1. Here we go.
Going to you, hamster.
Blue clears it out of their zone.
Sorry, I shouldn't have stopped.
Sorry, I had to rush that a little.
Oh, fuck.
Good score.
I want to go for the punch.
Could not reach that. Oh, look at this time.
Round starting in 15, 14, 12,
I've never seen that before.
10,
What did you see?
The time.
It was all ones.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 1 minute, 11 seconds, and 11 minutes.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, it is. You can barely see that through there.
teams entering the arena.
Ooh,
I almost got there.
he did. Oh.
Clears it out.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was bad. Oh, good.
Blue throws it way downfield.
Oh. I think that ball.
Blue clears it out.
Engaged, or enraged, or engaged. It's enraged. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're on this.
Yeah, I'm having an problem.
Oh, good effort.
Oh, I tried to throw it.
Clears it
Good
out.
double punch go.
15
Did I get two?
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
back the other way. Orange touches the enemy's back. Orange sends it back the other way.
Good game, everyone.
Good game. I still got this.
Blue team wins.
Is there an issue?
Good game, everyone.
Level 50.
Excellent play with all of you. That was really fun.
Yeah. Wait, you just turned
22
to a
stones,
level
damn.
Yeah. Pinocchio was making the rounds.
22? Damn.
And that's Echo Arena. So I'm going to end this video and hope you had a good time.
He's a pretty good teacher. He taught me how to do a mail slots pretty
Drake, you did
consistently.
good.
Thank you, man.
Like, I don't
You
even
did
think
too.
about it. It's like
Drake.
instincts now. I just go bust
Drake.
You did too. You did good too. I'm leaving though, so I'm heading out. But yes, it was excellent playing with you, sir.
And music pro is like,
What?
It was excellent playing with you, sir.
15 meters per second is enough.
Want to shake my hand?
Oh, can you invite me to a party?
I'm not going to be playing anymore. I'm actually leaving right now, so good playing with you.
One person, just me. And I was there for about 12 hours. Literally, I was just spawning.